मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। श्री गुरुदीनतारणम्। ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। So, dear devotees, dear friends, before we begin with the chapter number 8, let us take a look, a recap to the chapter number 7. I know all of you will be interested to recap, to know what we did in the chapter number 7, because this is a second phase. So if you know the chapter number 7, it is the beginning of phase 2. So you will understand the whole story. So in the chapter number 7, from slok number 1 to 7, Krishna has given a wonderful information or knowledge to Arjuna, and Krishna is here focusing or emphasizing on the importance of hearing. What is the importance of hearing? Because Arjuna is hearing Krishna and he says, please hear me carefully. So he's saying the importance of hearing. So actually, when why Krishna is emphasizing on the importance of hearing? My dear devotees, it's very important to know why Krishna is saying, hear me carefully. I will tell you the confidential knowledge. Please hear me. There are two processes of acquiring spiritual knowledge. One is the descending process, and another is called the ascending process. Descending process is from top to down, and ascending process is from down to top, like from bottom to top. In the descending process, we hear the knowledge, the wisdom from the teachers. Yeah, from the teachers in the descending. It descending from the top. It is coming from the top, and we hear the knowledge from those who have already realized the knowledge, who have a realized knowledge, who have practiced in their life, and who knows the truth. We learn from them by the ascending process. This is called ascending process, and this is mostly by process of hearing. And sometimes we also read the books written by the previous acharyas, like from 𝗬𝗵𝗍𝗂𝗧𝗂 and other acharyas, gurujanas. We read their books, and this is also descending process. But in the ascending process, we try to acquire the knowledge by our strength, by our own knowledge, by our own wisdom, our own intellect, mind and intellect. So we try to do some meditation or some mental concoction, mental speculation, and try to drive like some hypothecation, some kind of I will say we do some kind of speculative learning and empirical derivations. Yeah, by using some jnana, by meditating, and by our own strength we want to learn, and there is a chance of mistake in that, because we are not perfect, our senses are not perfect, and due to the imperfect senses, it is given in Vedas that our senses are not perfect, we have defects in the senses. um, yeah, so due to that reason, we may make mistake when we try to drive the knowledge by ourselves. But if we get the knowledge directly from the seers, from the sages, from the those who have already seen the truth, we get from them, then it is the knowledge, we get a most perfect knowledge. And for spiritual knowledge, the descending process is better than the ascending process. This is what Krishna is saying in the slokas there. And then Krishna is telling to Arjun that I am the basis of everything in the slok number 8 to 12. How God is the basis of everything. So he is giving an example of a necklace. In a necklace, my dear friends, you know, I give this example last time. Uh, like there is a necklace where is there are pearls. Now you see the pearls in the necklace, but is the necklace only pearls or the beads, or necklace is something else? And Krishna himself told to Arjun that, oh Arjun, I am the string in the necklace. The necklace has a string, has a sutra, has a string, and all the pearls are in the string. And when the pearls are put into the string, then it becomes a necklace. But we don't see the string, we just see the pearls. Similarly, Krishna says, I am the base of this universe. All these planetary systems are like pearls, and I am the thread. I am binding all these planetary systems, the sun, the moon, the earth, all different planetary systems, universes. I am the base of everything. So I am like a string in the necklace of pearls or beads. So I am the base of everything. And then Krishna also says that you can see me in everything. You can realize me in everything. Like if you drink water, you are very, very hungry, very, very thirsty, and you are in, for example, a desert area, a desert. In a desert, if you get a drop of water or some water, then the taste, that taste I am. Krishna says, I am the taste of that water when you are very thirsty. It's so tasty. And Krishna says, in a fire, there is a heat. I am the heat of the fire. I am the light of sun and moon. I am the ability of the mankind. In the man has so many skills. I am the ability. So Krishna says, you can see in everything, the best of everything I am. I am the best of everything. Like the power of a loin, I am the power of that loin. Loin is so powerful. So Krishna is giving the example. Then we go to slok number 13 to 19, where Arjuna is asking a very, very important question to Krishna. Arjuna is asking, oh Krishna, you said you are the base of everything. You know everything, and you are everywhere. Then what is the reason that there are some people who don't know you? They don't surrender you. So some are surrendering you, and some are not surrendering you. What is the reason? This is the question Arjuna has asked to Krishna. And now Krishna is replying this question. He's saying, oh Arjuna, there are some people who don't surrender me. So now I am asking you, how many type of the people never surrender to Krishna? This is my question to all of you, my dear friends. How many type? I'm not asking who are those four people, but I'm just asking how many type of the people never or not surrendering to God or not believing in the God. I told you in detail last session, so please let me know. You can already unmute yourself. How many type of people do not want to surrender? Okay, somebody is answering me. Jyoti, Pratik. Yes, wonderful. Good answer. Four people. Four types of people never surrender or do not want to surrender. And I explain this in detail. If you want to know it, those who don't know, please listen the recording of the chapter number 7. You will know which four type of people do not want to surrender Lord. And I also described in detail which four type of people always surrender God. They have a different reasons of surrender, but they surrender. They have some agenda, some reasons for surrendering, but this is not bad. If we are able to surrender due to some reason or due to fulfilling some desires, it's all right. That at least we are surrendering, or at least we are believing in the God, in the absolute truth. So then next is sloka number 20 to 25. There are some people, Krishna is saying, they surrender, but they surrender at a wrong place. So here Krishna is indicating they are not surrendered to the God, to the Supreme God, or to me. They are surrendering to demigods, to devatas, Devi Devatas, because they want to fulfill their desires, immediate desires. Because these Devi Devatas, they have got the power to fulfill the desires. Some Devatas can give some wealth, some Devatas can give some beauty, some can help to give a good partner, some can help to give a some there in the Vedas it is described that different type of yagyas can be performed to fulfill the different type of desires. So some people think, okay, we fulfill our desires, then we become happy. So Krishna says they are surrendering, but they are surrendering to Devi Devtas, not to the Supreme God. Because they want to fulfill their immediate desire, material desires. But my dear devotees, these material desires are temporary. They will be coming to you, but they will leave you also, because they have a nature of temporariness. They are not eternal. They cannot be eternal. The money cannot be eternal. The house cannot be eternal. Sun cannot be eternal also with you. You have to leave everything. You have to give up when the time comes. The things come and go. So they are not permanent. That's why Krishna is not suggesting that we surrender to fulfill the material desire to, for this purpose. Then Arjun asked him, why people cannot see you? Oh Krishna, you said you are everywhere, but why the people cannot realize you? Why they cannot see you? Then Krishna is saying very, very important thing in slok number 26, 27. So Krishna is saying there, there is a cause of delusion. This is because they are in delusion. And why they are in delusion? Because the delusion has come to two reasons. There is a because of duality. And Krishna gives an example that, like, sometimes our vision is impaired, our vision is covered, we cannot see the sun. For example, when sun is covered by a cloud, we cannot see the sun. But I explained, we discussed this in the last class, that we are not able to see the sun. The reason is not that the cloud has covered the sun, because sun is gigantic, sun is mega, sun is great, sun is very, very great, and the cloud is very small. Cloud can never cover a sun, but cloud can cover our vision. In the same city, some person in the south of, you know Cologne, and one is living, north of Cologne. The north of Cologne, who can see the sun, the south person cannot see the sun, because in that particular orientation there is a cloud, and because of the cloud he cannot see. Other person can see the sun because there is no cloud. So sun is the same. People can see sun in all part of the world, but in some part they are not seeing some part, because the clouds are covering the vision, not the sun. Similarly, Krishna cannot be covered, or the God cannot be covered by Maya, by illusion. God is supreme. The Maya is working under supervision. Krishna says, Maya adhyakshena prakrti. Maya adhyakshena prakrti. So this prakrti, this material nature, this Maya, this is under my presidency, my supervision. Maya adhyakshena. Adhyaksh means like my adhyakshen. In my supervision, this whole prakrti is working. So how she can cover me? Maya cannot cover me. I know past, present, and future, everything. How Maya can cover me? The reason that I am covered from some people, I'm covered from their vision, because they are in illusion. They are in illusion of. And Arjuna asks, what is the illusion? What is how the illusion is made? And then Krishna is saying the illusion is made up of rag and dvesh, likes and dislikes, desires and hate. We have these desires and hates. We have this rag and dvesh. We have this likes and dislikes. And because of this duality, this has put a curtain on our eyes, has covered our vision. We cannot see the Lord. We cannot see the God. And this is very important knowledge. And then Arjuna was asking how to get the freedom from this. And then Krishna says one can get the freedom because someone has the punya of the previous janma. Previous janma, they did some punya, some pious activities. So they can get rid of this delusion. Or some are now on the spiritual path. So they can get freedom from this delusion. Now I would like to ask you one thing, my dear devotees. Let us. Yeah. So in this slok, Krishna is beginning the chapter number 8. Actually, before Krishna begin the chapter number 8, in the chapter number 7, when Arjuna was asking how we can, see you, how we can surrender to you, how we can attain you, then Krishna says, you can attain me if you know 6 things. Actually, he told about the 6 things. And I given a brief overview of these 6 things to you, but now I will talk further about it. Then Arjuna is asking these 6 things. What are these 6 things? Because Krishna says, if you know these 6 things, then you can know me, or anybody can know me. Then Arjuna is asking about these 6 things. What are these? Kim tad brahma, kim adhyatma, kim karma purushottamah, adi bhutam cha kim proktam, adi daivam kim uchyate. So Arjuna is asking this many questions here. And I want to ask you, dear devotees, how many times the word kim is used in this? Kim, 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 kim. How many times this word is used? It's a Sanskrit word, kim. So please tell me how many times. Please count.
5 times.
Okay, wonderful. 5 times. Anybody has a different idea? Please try to count. Kim tad brahma, kim adhyatmam, kim karma, purushottamah, adi bhutam cha kim proktam, adi daivam kim uchyate. It's very easy to count kim. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And kim means what? Kim means what? So here Arjuna is asking 5 things, about 5 questions. Arjuna is asking to Krishna in the sloka number 8.1. And sloka number 8.2, he will ask 3 more questions. So total he will ask 8 questions in the sloka number 8.1 and sloka number 8.2. So normally I remember this chapter. Chapter number 8 begins with 8 questions. Can you remember in the future? Chapter number 8 begins with 8 questions. 5 questions in the sloka number 1, 3 questions in the sloka number 2. Let us see what are the total 8 questions. So can you see my slide? Wonderful slide with all the questions of Arjuna in the first 2 slokas. And answers are also given by Krishna. I will explain it. So first question is, what is Brahma? Kim Brahma? Kim Adhyatma? Kim Karma? Kim Adi Bhuta? Kim Adi Daiva? Kim Adi Yagya? And how is Adi Yagya known in the body? And then 8th question is, how to know you at the time of death. So these are the 8 questions, my dear devotees, and Krishna will answer them. About the Brahma, it's a very important general word, Brahma. Krishna has explained this word Brahma in 2.72, in 3.15, 4.24, 4.25, 5.21, all. So many places Krishna has explained Brahma. Different way. Sanskrit words have multi meanings. I have told you many times. They have multiple meanings, but based on the context, the meanings become clear. Meanings become clear based on the context of the sloka, uh, although a single word has many meanings. And here Arjuna is asking to Krishna, please tell me the exact meaning of the Brahma. What is the exact meaning of the Brahma? What is the meaning of Adhyatma, Karma, Adi Bhuta, Adi Daiva, Adi Yagna? And these are the questions he's asking. And Krishna is replying in 8.3 about Brahma, in 8.3 about Adhyatma. In the same slok, 8.3, he replied 3 questions: Brahma, Adhyatma, Karma. 8.4, he's replying Adi Bhuta, Adi Deva, Adi Yagna. And how is the Adi Yagna known in the body? Let us see what the answers of Krishna is. I want to tell you, before we go to the answers of Krishna about these questions, I want to tell you one thing. You can see it very well that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 questions are answered by Krishna just in 2 slokas, dear devotees. He took 2 slokas, 8.3 and 8.4. Only 2 slokas. 7 questions are answered. But the last question, 8th question, how to know you at the time of death? This is the question which Krishna took how many slokas? 8.5 to 8.28 until the end of the chapter. Krishna took the whole chapter to answer only one question of Arjuna. That means this question must be very important question, because that's the reason Bhagwan is taking so much of time to answer this question. Can you follow me, please? And what is the question? How to know you at the time of death. So do you agree? Can you say something on the chat, or write, say that you are agree with me that the important question he's giving so much of time?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes.
Yes. So that means you are following me. So now we will see how these questions are answered by, yeah, by Krishna. Actually, I go to the next slide. Yeah. So this is what I discussed with you. Very interested to know. Out of the 8, the first 7 are answered in 2 slokas, and for the last question, Krishna took the whole chapter. Arjuna is eager to learn. The ability to learn is a gift from God, but the eagerness to learn is one's own desire. This is the lesson we are learning from this, because Krishna has explained those some terms like Brahma in many times, but Arjuna is want to clarify everything. He's very eager, and he's asking himself new questions to Krishna. What is this? What is this? What is it? Please explain me. So, uh, so here the lesson is Arjuna is eager to learn. The ability to learn is a gift from God, but eagerness to learn is one's own desire. Actually, ability to learn is a gift from God, but the eagerness to learn is one's own desire. Please see the difference between ability and eagerness, and this desires becomes the basis of progressive life. I hope you are agree with me, because when we take birth as a human being, then Krishna has given us some abilities. Animals don't have those abilities. There are animals, if they see in the spiegel, in the mirror, they cannot identify themselves. They cannot know what they are seeing. They cannot see their face in the mirror. They don't have this cognition power. But there are some animals only they can see themselves. Like elephant, he has a cognitive power. He can see himself in the mirror. He can identify that I am this person, and then he become bewildered with such a great size. But there are many animals, they, if they see the spiegel, they don't recognize who I am seeing. I don't know who is like. So this is the ability which we get in the human life, that we can learn something, we can acquire knowledge, we have a higher consciousness which animals don't have. But every human being has a higher consciousness, have a consciousness, but some has the desire to learn, eagerness to learn. And those who have a eagerness to learn, they become progressive in their life, they achieve the success. For example, in a school there are so many children, but not all the children get the grade 1 or grade 2. Some children get grade 1, some grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, grade 5. Noten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So not everyone get the same Noten, because those who are very, very eager, they are asking questions, very humble state of the mind, and doing the following the instructions of the teacher, they can have better grades and knowledge and acquire the knowledge. Arjun has these qualities. So we have to take the advantage, we have to become more eager so that we can learn the truth. Now we go to the next slide where Krishna is answering. I will not go in detail of these topics, because the important topic was asked in the question number 8, and I will spend more time there. Krishna has also spent more time there, but here I want to give you an overview. So Brahma means Jiva, the spirit soul. Jiva, that is Brahma. There is two things, Brahma and Parabrahma. Parabrahma is the super soul, and the Lord is Param Brahma, the God, Bhagwan, and Jiva is the spirit soul. Then Adi Bhutam. Adi Bhutam is material manifestations. This creation, the whole creation. This is Adi Bhutam. This material world where we live, where we do karma, where we work. This is Adi Bhutam. We will discuss this in the later part of this chapter. Then Adhyatman. Adhyatman means self nature, the eternal nature, the Swabhava. The Swabhava of individual is called Adhyatma, the eternal nature, the impressions that accompany the Jiva and govern the body of the Jiva, that govern them. This is called Adhyatma. Then Adi Devam. Adi Devam is the universal form, the Virat Roop of the Lord, which Krishna shows to Arjuna in the battlefield of Mahabharata. This we will be discussing in the chapter number 11 about Adi Devam, the Virat Roop. Now, Virat Roop is also called universal form of the Lord, where Lord shows all Devi Devtas are inside me, all the planets are inside me, everyone is inside me. The Lord shows to Arjuna. Even in Krishna Leela, Krishna shows to Mata Yasoda. Krishna was eating soil, mitti, mrida. Mrida Bhakshan Leela. In the Yamuna, in the bank of Yamuna, Krishna was eating some, he took some soil or some mud, eating, and then Mata Yasoda want to remove the mud from Krishna, and then Krishna opened the mouth and shows to Mata Yasoda all the planetary systems, all the gods, demigods, everybody was there, and Mata Yasoda saw herself there inside, and then she was bewildered completely, and this is like he shows the Virat Roop, na? We know this Viswaroop. Then Adi Yagna is the enjoyer of the sacrifices. We do sacrifices, all kind of sacrifices to get different results, different fruitive results, and all the sacrifices that are going to the Lord called Adi Yagna, which is also called Super Soul or Paramatma, which sits in the heart of everyone. And as a Paramatma, he is the witness of all our activities, and he is the observer of all our activities. Whatever we do, he is the observer. He's with. Sometimes we do something, now nobody's seeing me, nobody's seeing me, I do this, but Bhagwan is always seeing us. He's already sitting in the soul, yeah, with us in the Hridaya. They say, Arjun Tishtate, I'm sitting in everybody's heart. And at the end, Krishna also explained to Arjuna about karma. Karma refers to the various activities, my dear devotees, that creates one's future material body. Because if we assume karma, due to the karma, to get the karma, we have to take the next birth to enjoy those karma. This is karma is is a result of our activities, fruitive activities, and this is something that keeps us going on and on and on. Birth, death. We are taking birth, we do some karma, then we, after death, we again take birth. Based on those karma, we take the birth, then we come, we birth, death. So it's a cycle of existence. It's called sansar sagar. Sansar, the cycle of material existence. Samsar, it's called samsar. But more than birth, the death is more important. From after the birth comes death, then birth again comes, then death again comes, and so on. But more than birth, the death is more important, which is the major part of this presentation. So please stay tuned with me. Very, very important topics are coming. Please see this picture. Doctor has a patient in the ICU. So Arjun asked, how to know you at the time of death? You are saying, na, at the chapters in the so first we have to understand what is death. What is it? Why it is important to talk about death? Some people may say, yeah, we are living, we are live, we are living our life. We are so enjoying, we have family, we have everything, we have so many things to enjoy, we can make some picnics, enjoy, yeah. Why we talk about death? What is so important about talking with death? And how does it matter if we remember God at the time of death? What is so important about it? So, my dear friends, there are two things in the life. You know, some people talk about art of living, but there is another aspect is called art of living, art of dying. So, art of living is important, of course, very important. How we live our life, very important. We should live our life with certain, way, with prescriptions given in the scriptures. But most important is art of living, art of dying, because that decides our future, our next birth, how we leave the body, how we die. And this is the subject matter. Actually, in Vedas, they emphasize very much on the art of dying. How is it so important? How is it really important? Or is only interesting for those who are monks or sannyasis, and not so important for the common people? Na, art of dying. Let the monks, monks, they should know about it. We don't need it. No, it is interesting for me and you. It's interesting for everyone, for all the human beings or all the living beings. When we die, it is the time is in my hand when we die, that I can decide the time of my death. Is it possible that we can decide the time of death? No. I think you all are agree with me. We cannot decide the time of death. In fact, every moment we are dying, because if you see, na, scientists, they have research that our body is made up of cells, I think 3 trillion cells or 30 trillion cells are in our body. And after every 7 years, all the cells are regenerating. The old cells are dying and new cells are creating. So every 7 year, our body is created new, completely new. We don't realize it because we are the soul. So we are remaining always in that cognizance, and we don't realize that our body is changing. So we are dying our body is dying every 7 years because the new cells are coming and we are changing. So here, 3 things are very important. How, when, why. So one thing is about where does one go after the death. Second thing, why one should go to the spiritual world. Why is our destiny, why we are thinking, or why we desire to go to the spiritual world, what's the reason for that, and how can a person prepare to go to that particular destination. So where does one go after death, why one should go to the God after that, what is the reason we want to go to the God, and third is how can a person prepare to go to that particular destination. Actually, when our birth stops, no breathe. So I want to ask you one question: what is death? Can you give me some answers? I want to make it more not on the chat, but I want to ask everyone of you to unmute. Sisti, can you unmute everyone so that I want to hear something,
So
so what is death? What is the definition of death?
I think that is a technical term which just says that we are changing the body, or until unless we get the liberation. Maybe that there's a different term for that.
Mhm. Okay. Anybody else? Please, I need answer from all of you so that I know you are really there in the class.
Soul can leave the body.
Soul can leave the body. So what is the death actually? What is the definition of death? Is the body dying or soul is dying? Who is dying actually? Somebody has to die, na? Somebody has to die if we are defining the death.
Body is dying.
Body is dying. Okay.
All those
Body is
trillion
dying every day.
cells.
Body is dying every day because cells are dying na in the body. So we are dying every day actually. And
So
even after 7 years, we are changing the whole body. Yes, next.
when those cells they stop regenerating, so that's when death comes, and the soul leaves the body.
Who is speaking?
I'm Ravi
Okay.
Nirula.
I think
Okay.
the combination of that body and the soul dies, is finished. The
Combination of body
combination,
and soul.
that soul and that body.
Means soul is also dying as per you.
Soul is eternal, it cannot die, but
Yes.
it is no longer with that body. So then
Okay.
it's a death.
Okay. Anyone else want to also say? Thank you for your answer.
Hare Krishna Babuji. When soul and super soul leaves the body, that is the death.
Soul and super soul leave the body. So super soul is going somewhere else and soul is going somewhere else. Are they separating with each other or what?
Not sure, Babuji. Maybe they are separating. So super soul is Paramatma. It goes to spiritual world, and soul is basically staying or based on their karmic reaction. That will result.
Okay,
Yeah,
I think we
maybe
are
it
going in
takes
a
some.
different topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are going to a different topic. But I want to make sure here that soul, super soul never leaves soul. Super soul is always with the soul in all circumstances. Soul has no life without super soul. Super soul is the life of the soul. Even if we are in the animal yoni, animal species, super soul is with us. And even if any type of life we are, any life form we are, super soul is always with us. In every condition, all circumstances. Super soul never leaves the soul, but soul leaves the body, material body. So actually, there is no death actually. Principally, there is no death. Death is it's just change of body by soul. soul takes one body to other body. It just changes the body. So there is a sloka in chapter number 2 we discuss now. I think it's 12, sloka number 12, or na jayate mriyata va kadachi nayam bhutva bhavitva va na bhuva ajo nitya saswato yam purano na hanyate hanyamane sarire. So Krishna is saying to Arjuna, Arjuna, for the soul there is no death and no birth, it's eternal. Na jayate mriyata va kadachin. Na jayate na mriyate. No death, no birth, no death. Naham bhutva bhavitva na bhuh. Ajo nitya saswato yam purano. It is unborn, it is eternal, it cannot be slain when the body is slain. This body is made up of panchabhuta, earth, water, fire, ether. Yeah, all these like 5 elements, and they are actually decomposing. Like we are taking out the old clothes and getting the old new clothes. Similarly, the soul is leaving the old body and taking the new body. So it's a process going on one after other. So it is not like death doesn't mean that there is an end of something. It's not the end, but it's the change of body. You understand this? You are following me with this? Like it's just a change of body. It's a transition from one state of material existence to the other state of material existence. The sloka number 13 also says, Dehino asmi yatha dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara tatha dehantar praptir dhirastatna muyate. So this is sloka number 13, where we say the soul takes from the childhood to boyhood, boyhood to youth, youth to the old age, and after the old age, the soul goes to the new body. So it just changes the body. Dhirastatna muyate tatha dehantar praptir. So after this body, material body is left, the soul goes to the new body. Is the change of body. But we have to be very, very concerned. We are where the soul is going. We are the soul. We are not the body. Where the soul is going, where we are going, what body we are taking, and this is very, very important for our future. If we are going to the animal body or we are going to some hellish planets, so we have to think that how our death should be in this life, so that we don't get into the lower species of the life. That's why art of dying is very important. And Krishna is saying a very, very interesting sloka here. So this sloka which I told na jayate mriyate kada, this is sloka number 20, I think 2.20, and this is sloka number 13, which was Dehino asmi. So here in the 8.5, Krishna is saying a very interesting thing to Arjuna. Antekale che mameva simran muktva kalevaram yeh priyati samadbhavam yati na asti atra samsayah. O Arjuna, and whoever at the end of his life quits his body, remembering me alone, at once attains my nature. Of this there is no doubt. So here Krishna is giving a very short and precise explanation to Arjuna. Very short and precise. Wonderful. It's a very good sloka. Everybody should remember this sloka actually. Antekale cha mameva smran muktva kalevaram. Kalevaram means body, sarir. This bhautik sarir, material body. Smran muktva. Muktva means to leave this. Antakale, at the end. Antakale, at the end. Cha mameva. Simran muktva kalevram yeh priyati sa madbhavam. That person attains my bhav, madbhavam, my nature. He attains my nature. Yati na asti atra sansaya. Oh Arjun, there is no doubt about this. And when Krishna says, when the God says, there is no doubt about, means we have to believe on the God. Because God is the Satya Sankalpa. Satya Sankalpa means his words are never false, never go in vain. When he says something, he fulfills his promise. He's saying, at the time of the death, if you remember me, then you will achieve my nature. This is the promise of the Lord, and his promise is never goes in vain. And it is a kind of science actually. We can explore this science some other time later, because this is science what Krishna is saying. Antakala che mameva. At the time of death, whatever you remember, you get that thing. So if you remember me, you get my nature. And we will discuss it further. Now, what is the nature of Krishna? Or what is the nature of the God? Please tell me the nature of God. How he is. We discussed this, I think, in the past also. Can someone tell me about the nature of the God, how he's made up of. Because we have to get that nature when we remember him at the end of our life, when at the last breath of our life. If we remember him, then we get his nature. So what is that nature?
Friendly.
Okay, friendly. Anyone else?
Compassionate.
Joyful.
Joyful, wonderful. Joyful, very, very important thing, because we are always searching for joy. Always we are searching for happiness, but our happiness in this world is temporary. Srila Prabhupada says happiness in this world is the gap between two miseries. Most of the time we have miseries, we have sufferings, we have this problem, we have that problem, different kind of problems. But in the gap between the problems is the enjoyment for us here in this world. But there is a spiritual world or spiritual form where there is always joy, permanent joy, eternal joy. So I want to answer this: what is the nature of God? The nature is God is Sat Chit Ananda. Sat means eternal. He is eternal. Chit means all cognizant. He all knowing. He's full of knowledge. And Anand means all bliss. He's blissful. He's full of bliss. And he's Satchit Ananda Vigraha. Vigraha means form. So the body or the form of the Lord or the nature of the Lord is Satchit Ananda. But we are Asat. We are temporary. Our body is temporary. We are not eternal. We are only few years on this earth. Then our body will be dead. We will be burned, or we will be buried. We are Asat, and we are Achit. Achit means Bhagavan is Chit, means all knowing, full of knowledge, complete knowledge. We are full cognizance, but we are in avidya, in ignorance, in illusion. So we are not Chit, we are Achit. And Ananda, Lord is Ananda, full of bliss, but we have so many miseries, suffering, so many problems, different kind of problems given by our mind, given by other living beings, given by the natural calamities, earthquake, corona, flood. So many problems, miseries are coming to us. We are not in Ananda always, but Bhagavan is Satchit Ananda Vigraha. But Arjun is asking one important question. Now I want to take you to that question, my dear devotees. And what is that question? Arjuna is saying, and if someone remembers something else, Krishna is saying in 8.5, if you remember me, you become my nature, you get my nature. But Arjuna is very smart actually. Arjuna is so smart, he's so inquisitive, so eager, so humble. He want to learn everything. And we have to be like Arjuna, asking questions always. And attending the quizzes also. So Arjuna is saying, and if else and not you, then what happened? And Krishna is answering him wonderfully. Very, very important sloka. And what Krishna is answering him? Yam yam vapi samran bhavam tyajante antakalevaram tam tam evaiti kaunteya sada tad bhav bhavitah. Such a nice sloka. Wonderful. You have to remember this sloka number 8.6. Yam yam vapi smran bhavam. Yam yam vapi smran bhavam. Tyajanti tam antakalevaram. At the time of leaving of your body, you know what? So yam yam vapi smran bhavam. Whatever you remember at the time of leaving your body, when you are quitting your body, whatever is in your mind, whatever is in your thoughts, O son of Kunti, O Arjuna, that state you will achieve. That state that person will achieve, attain without fail. And he's saying without fail. That means Krishna is want to say that when somebody is dying and he is thinking something in his mind during the dying, he get that form, that desire will be fulfilled, that he will get that form. And we have so many examples from Puranas, from Shastras, that how this has worked. Because there are many stories in the Puranas and Shastras, scriptures, which testify the statement of Krishna. And although we have no time to discuss it today, but I want to say a few, like in the 𝗬𝗪 story, a person was bull, and that person, because of his remembrance, because of he remembers, he got the same body, whatever he remembers. So this is in 𝗬𝗪 there is a story I can share with you, maybe if you like to get it. So this is describe how one changed from one form of life to other form of life. There is a story in the Srimad Bhagavatam and other scriptures, and this story is about Maharaja Bharat Raja Bharat, the son of Rishabdev, he became a deer, because at the time of leaving the body, he was thinking about his deer, a very attractive deer, Hiran. And in the next life, he became a deer. But then later, because he has so much of bhakti, so much of jnana, so much of he was remembering, he has a God consciousness. Then he got the body of a Brahmana, whose name was Jad Bharat. I think many of you knows that Maharaj Bharat becomes deer, and from deer he become a Brahmana. So this is possible when we, at the time of death, leaving the body, we remember something, we get that form. This is proven by the Shastras. After the birth, there is a death, and after the death, there is a birth. So this is a cycle, and this we have to very important to understand how to get rid of this cycle of the birth and death. So there are many people who believes that in what Krishna is saying, but there are many people who don't believe. Actually, there are many people. You know, some people, they say YOLO. There's a principle called, there is a word called YOLO, and this is abbreviation of YOLO, means YOLO. You only lives once. Y means you, O only, L means live, and O means once. You only lives once. जी लो अपनी जिंदगी, जी लो जितना जीना है, बस ये लाइफ मिली है, पूरा जी लो इसको, एंजॉय कर लो, आगे कुछ नहीं है, कुछ किसी ने क्या देखा है। बहुत सारे लोग बोलते हैं ना, मेनी पीपल से कि या हु हैज सीन द नेक्स्ट लाइफ, हु हैज सीन द गॉड, जी ले अपनी जिंदगी, यावत जीवेत सुखम जीवेत ऋणम कृत्वा धृतम पिबेत। जब तक जियो सुख से जियो, कर्ज लेना पड़े तो लो, घी जरूर पियो। देयर इज ए सेइंग, yeah, until you live happily, enjoy the life, do whatever you like, yeah, enjoy everything, money, power, woman, everything, enjoy, because who has seen the next life? But they don't know that Kal will take everything. Kal will take everything, snatch everything from them, and they will have karma, and they have to suffer these karma in the next life. This is very scientific, and this has been proven. Actually, people don't believe in the rebirth. Actually, Indians, the Vedic people who are Sanatan Dharma, they believe in the rebirth. Most of them, maybe there are some people born in the India, they still don't believe. They are atheists also in India, you know. But then there are people who believe in God, who believe in karma, who believe in soul. They know that there is a rebirth. But people in Hollywood and Bollywood, sometimes they saw some movies where they saw the concept of rebirthing, and for spicing up their stories, they don't show rebirth because of some seriousness to teach people about the Vedic culture, about the Sanatan Dharma, about the knowledge. They don't show rebirth for that, but they show the rebirth to spice up their movie. They have this spicing up. What is the movie? I don't remember nowadays. I don't live, but in the past, maybe in the beginning, in the college time, I also watched some movies which was Karan Arjuna. Yeah. So Karan Arjun movie, they are talking about rebirth, na concept of rebirth. Om Shanti Om. And the Mummy Returns. And there was a movie, there was a song, na, this Ek Hasina Thi Ek Divana Tha, Rishi Kumar. So there was a rebirth, and the problem is that in Hollywood movies, only hero is taking the rebirth, and then he's fulfilling his revenge. He has a revenge to take, and he get a particular type of body for fulfilling the revenge, and then he's killing all the villains and all, and this and that and this. These are just for spicing up. They don't take the rebirth seriously, and they are thinking only one person is taking rebirth, only the hero. They don't know everybody. There's 100% rebirth, because all the souls are getting new body. So there is 100% rebirth, and we have to be very serious about it. And the scriptures describe it very authentically. If you want to, my dear devotee, if you want to learn rebirth, I will suggest you 3 books. One book is called The Coming Back. It is the science of reincarnation. And this book was written by Srila Prabhupada, founder Acharya of ISKCON. It's a very small book, paper book. And if you say, I can send you the link, you can buy this. This is also available in Gauradesh temple. Coming Back. Then if you read this, you can learn about reincarnation, all the fact about reincarnation. Then there's a book called The Reincarnation Controversy. Stephen Rosen, very interesting book also. Then there is a third book I will want to really suggest you, Demystifying Reincarnation, Chaitanya Charan. This book is very deep, very interesting, because This book is giving so many facts, so many stories from Shastras, not only from Shastras, also from today's life, today's period, modern life, modern period. There was, he's telling about the story of a pilot. He was an expert pilot of aeroplane, and he was very technically very, very knowledgeable in the science or technology of the um, aeronautical technology, and he was himself a pilot. And he died. After death, as a boy, young boy, a small boy, he remembers everything, how he was very adventurous in as a pilot, and he was knowing all the technology of the aeroplane. And he was telling me, I think many of you might heard about this boy, who was so much knowledgeable about flying and aeronautical science, because he got it from the past life. The sanskaras are transferred from the, and he remember about his pilot adventures. Then there is one person who remembers his past life for 5 lives. The story is given here in this book. He remembers his last 5 lives, and each life he was an army soldier, and he even remembers the battle he fought. This is very interesting. All the battles he fought, he remembering. And then he was also remembering how he was dying in these battles. And he has told his stories, and everything was fact. When all these facts were verified, because when such stories are published now, the author never just publish based on some mental concoction or mental speculation that somebody is telling, because the book will become illogical. Then the authors also verify that, and they check and this and that and different facts and figures. So we have to believe on that. There was a person, he was always criticizing Hindus, and always criticizing Hindus. He was a Muslim. He was in Islam religion, but he was criticizing Hindus. This problem, this religion problem. And then at the end of the life, he became a Hindu. In the next life, he became a Hindu. And then he was remembering his life in the past life as a, because at the time of death, because he was always thinking Hindu, this problem, this problem. At the time of death, he was just remembering Hindu while leaving the body. Then he becomes a Hindu in the next life. So this is the fact. So there are such interesting stories. The personality traits of the the personality traits of the past life are carried to the next life. This is true. This is a science, and this science was also proven by many who are accepted, agreed by many great personalities. Leo Tolstoy, Socrates, Henry Ford, Carl Jung, Benjamin Franklin, Mahatma Gandhi, Isaac Singer, Henry David Thoreau. So there are many philosophers, personalities, scientists, industrialists, like many great personalities in the past who have agreed and glorified or discussed or pondered on this topic of reincarnation. They have agreed to this topic of reincarnation. There are many areas of reincarnation study. I will give you a brief overview. There is a very great personality called Dr. Ian Stevenson. And he also did a research on the reincarnation. And his research is the most comprehensive research on this earth. Although he is no more, he is not living in this earth. I will suggest everybody of you to please Google this person, Dr. Ian Stevenson, not now, after the class. Just Google about him. You will get very interesting facts, how his study is the most comprehensive study about the reincarnation. He did a very extensive research, and he was from West Virginia in US. And he did a research in the university in West Virginia, where there was a lab dedicated only for his research. He has a department which was dedicated for the research on reincarnation. There are not many universities, there are not other universities who has a dedicated department on the reincarnation. We should have such studies to know the fact, what is after death, what comes next. So what he did, he studied 3,000 children. He has probed 3,000 children cases who remember their past lives. They remember how they die, what they did in the past life. He did a very comprehensive research and met the individuals, found all the evidences about their birth, about their life, and about their death, and wrote a book about it. So, there are more than 3,000 examples in this whole world, in this universe. There are more than 3,000, but he just chose 3,000 because he has limited capacity, he has limited resources. But 3,000 are already very good, very big, because such researches are not very easy. I know many other groups are doing such research also, There is a group based on Delhi, Institute for Science and Spirituality. They are also doing such a research. I am part of that Institute for Science and Spirituality. I am a eminent member of this group, and they are doing the research on reincarnation and near-death experience, hypnotism, on these topics. So if you need more information, there are some working groups. They are doing research, funded research. It's going on. So he took these examples from 5 continents and 40 years of research. This is not 1 day, 2 day research. It's a 40 years of research. Now I will take some examples from the next slide. There is a boy, this boy, he said, the author has written a book about this boy, The Return to Life, and the author is 𝗬𝗵𝗂𝗧𝘂𝗧𝗂𝗯𝗲. 𝗬𝗵𝗂𝗧𝗂𝗧𝗂𝗧𝗂 has written the book Return to Life, Extraordinary Cases of Children Who Remember Their Past Lives. And he is describing about the boy who has born, who is a child now, but in the past life he was a Hollywood actor. And because he was a Hollywood actor, his sanskaras are transferred to the new life. In this new life, so he's doing a great acting, his dialogue delivery, connecting, and language. He's behaving like a grown-up person, like a full actor, but he's a small child. So this story is also included in the Return to Life book. And these sanskaras are transferred from the past life. This is the science. Now, there are many methods actually, scientific method. One is called hypnotically induced past life memories. There are 4 areas of scientific studies, because I'm part of this Institute for Science and Spirituality, and they are doing this research. So we have these 4 parts. We can divide this kind of research on reincarnation in 4 parts, and one part is called hypnotically induced past life memories. Then second part is called spontaneous past life memories. Then third is called near-death experiences and out-of-body experiences. And fourth is called the phenomena of consciousness. So these researches are going on, my dear devotees. Now I will give you some examples. First, I want to know from you, because I want to know if you are really there in the class and you are understanding or you are connecting with my message. I want to ask you a question. Is it possible that anyone can be hypnotized? Please give your answer as per your understanding. Is it possible that anyone can be hypnotized?
No.
Okay. Then anyone else? I think Gagan Prabhu is very actively participating. I am very happy, Gagan Prabhu.
I think yes.
Who is this person now? Another.
This is Samantha.
Oh, Samantha.
from-
Thank you for your answer. You want to say that everyone can be hypnotized? All, no? Is it possible to hypnotize everyone? 100% hypnotism possible?
100% maybe not possible. I'm not sure, but yeah, there is possibility to hypnotize it.
There is a possibility to hypnotize. You agree with this, yeah?
Yes, yes.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. But you say 100% cannot be hypnotized. Okay. Gagan Prabhu also say not everyone can be hypnotized. Is there anyone else who want to have a different answer, who has a different answer than these 2 gentlemen?
Will you do that?
Yes, people can be hypnotized.
Please, can you tell your name when you answer, when you...
My name is Rahul Narayan, and I think they can be hypnotized. We can call it in spiritual world as Maya as well.
Okay. Thank you, Rahul ji, for your answer. Anyone else want to say something?
I remember that maybe the concept of the use of Tantra Shastra, people do try to hypnotize someone.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Gagan Prabhu. So let us go. What is the science says? What the research says about hypnotism? So if we try hypnotism on 100 people, 10% people can be hypnotized. 90% cannot be hypnotized. Only 10% come into that realm where a significant hypnotism can take place. A significant and a useful level of hypnotism, which can be useful to do some investigations. Only 10% people can be hypnotized effectively. And then out of these 10% people, 9% people, so out of the 10%, 90% can be completely hypnotized to get all the information, to all the retrieve all the information about their past life. So you understand? So out of the total population, 10% can be effectively hypnotized, and out of this 10%, 90% can give all the information which is desired from their past life. For example, there are some cases recorded scientifically that those people who got hypnotism, some of them start speaking completely a different language which they never learned in their life, which they never come across in the present life. To take an example, a person who was hypnotized in India, an Indian person, after hypnotism, he starts speaking Chinese language suddenly. He never learned Chinese. He never come across Chinese, even the school or anywhere in the world, anywhere in his life. But he starts speaking Chinese language suddenly because after hypnotism, because he went into the past life regression or something. So due to hypnotism, this kind of things are possible. And people get to know about the past life and all, and they reveal about their fact about past life. So it's very amazing how can a person suddenly start speaking a complex new language which he never learned or come across in his present life. So there is science behind it, because they are carrying these informations from the past life, and this is called xenoglossy. You can learn this term from internet. Xenoglossy. In the xenoglossy, you will come to know about this fact, how a person start speaking a new language, completely new language, after being hypnotized. So how it happens, why it happens, this is a very how this phenomenon, you can read in the books, but this is principally possible, the hypnotism. Now I come to, because this is not the topic of today's, I went into already quite detailed, but principally this is not the topic of my chapter, but I want to give you a feeling that that there is a rebirth, there is a reincarnation. I know the people who are from Bharatiya background, they believe on these things. Maybe some modern students, some modern people also in Bharat, they are also not believing, who are very much attracted or influenced by the Western education system. There are such people also in India, and in Western world it's very common that people don't believe in reincarnation, people don't believe in karma, they don't believe in the rebirth, they don't believe in the soul. So this is very common. For such people, we have to do such experimentations and prove them scientifically, and that's the reason I discuss these topics today in this class, because this class is about why we should remember Lord at the time of death, and why it's important, why the death is important, why the art of dying is important for us. Not only art of living, but art of leaving, art of dying. And that's the reason I'm telling you all these things. Now I'm showing you a slide which is showing a wardrobe. You imagine you are in a cloth shop, or in a galleria, or you are in some C&A galleria, some shop where you are buying a cloth for yourself, a dress for yourself. Now I want to ask you what you will think when you are selecting a dress. There are thousands of dresses there, but when you select a dress, what are the criteria you look for selecting a dress? Just tell me maybe 2 criteria. I want to listen from you. And I want answer from the new people actually, because everybody should participate actively.
Yeah, it should be comfortable. It should look nice.
Okay, it should be comfortable, look nice. What else? So there are many dresses. You will see comfort and nice, and then you will buy. Yeah, as per you.
Size.
Okay, Gagan Prabhu, you will just see the size and you will buy. Is there any other criteria also, important criteria?
Color.
Color, okay. Size and color. Then okay, wonderful. Then others also.
Prabhuji, bhav.
What is this? Bhav. Bhav
Bhav.
means cost.
Not cost. अपनी भावनाएं जो होती है उस तरफ का भाव बात कर रहा हूँ मैं.
आप शशि प्रभु बोल रहे ना?
हाँ.
यस यस.
अपने माइंड में कौन सा भाव चल रहा है, कौन सी भावना है,
मतलब आप
वो
सात्विक
हिसाब
ड्रेस
से.
ले लोगे या तामसिक, थोड़ा ऐसे है ना, वो थोड़ा कि वो
Correct.
जेंटल में थोड़ा है ना, फॉर्मल इनफॉर्मल.
करेक्ट.
या ओके,
नॉट
कंफर्टेबल.
ओनली दैट, बट अपनी भावनाएं कौन से हिसाब से है वो हिसाब से अपना चॉइसेस बदलते रहते हैं.
पर केवल भावना से बदलते रहते हैं या कुछ और भी है हमारे पास? Is there any other thing also which decides the choice of the clothes? I think there is
Like
another
the
factor also.
need. For example, if I'm in winter, I need a warm cloth. If it's hot, then I need a cloth which is not so warm or hot.
Okay. So one is saying need, one is saying bhav, means what is, yeah, I will say like what kind of choice he has, or mood of the person. Then one is saying, I will say the size. Some is saying I'm saying the color. But there are some other factors, my dear friends. Please
Money.
come to that point. I
Okay.
was
Money,
expecting
Quality of
budget,
cloth.
what?
budget,
Budget.
or
Okay. Gagan Prabhu, budget. Anything else?
Sanskara. Our
What is
sanskara.
so sanskara? What do you mean by sanskara?
Our swabhava, our behavior.
Okay. And Disa Mataji want to say something? Please say.
Maybe also the material of the clothes.
Okay, so it's like comfort level, cloth, style. Okay, now see the answer. One is the like, comfort level, size, color, if it suits you, bhava, sanskara, it will come in the like. This is one answer. You have given this answer. And other is a budget. One devotee says budget. Yeah? One devotee says budget. Is budget not important for us? Can we buy a dress which is some 100,000 euros, but which is very comfortable? It's made of golden fiber, and it's very, very comfortable. It's good for winter. Good. It can work in all seasons. It's very comfortable. It's sattvic. It's easy, but it's 100,000 euro. Can we really buy it?
no, budget is a rule breaker.
Yes, budget is very important. So my question is, there are two reasons for buying a cloth. There's two criteria, but are there some important criteria or factors which decide the new body? Are there also criteria? Because when we are dying, we are leaving this body. Similar to we are leaving the old clothes, we are buying the new clothes, and we have this two criteria for buying the new clothes, like and budget. Do we also some criteria to get a new body? What is the criteria of getting a new body? This is a very important question. This is a deep question related to our life, our existence. Please answer me this question. What are the criteria which gives us a new body? Which decides our new body?
Past karma.
Wonderful. Sasi Prabhu, you are there?
हाँ जी.
Yes, past karma. And what is the other?
मैं जो पहले बोल रहा था कि भाव जो होना अपना भाव क्या है अभी मरते टाइम अगर यानी एट द टाइम ऑफ डेथ इफ आई एम deeply involved and chanting let's say Hare Ram Hare Krishna, in that case my although my past karma may be or may not be good or bad, but at the time of death मैं अगर मेरे भाव भगवान से unite है then I could get a moksha probably, or maybe a better life.
Yes. So there are two things. I will come to this point. Actually, you have gone little advance also. Wonderful. I will come to that also in the next slides. So there are two criterias how we get a new body. Yes. So one is the desire and one is karma. Our karma. I think Gagan Prabhu said, or I think Sasi Prabhu said karma, na? Our past karma. So our past karma, they come as a prarabdha, and as a prarabdha, we get the new body according to our karma. What kind of karma we did? To suffer or enjoy. There are two kind of karma. Bad karma, we suffer. Good karma, we enjoy. Pap, punya. Pap, we suffer. Punya, we enjoy. So we do both pap and punya. So we have to come here on this earth to get the body according to that pap and punya. So we have to either enjoy that or suffer that. And desires are very important because the kind of desires we have, we get the new body. Vasana, they're called vasana in Hindi. Actually, I don't know how many people out of the total can speak Hindi. Otherwise, I can make this whole class in Hindi also. It's also very good for me. But I'm fearing maybe some of you may not understand Hindi, because of maybe someone is from Europe or someone from different part of India that you don't know Hindi. That's the reason I'm doing in English. Otherwise, I can do also in Hindi. Maybe next batch I will start in Hindi also. But first I have to finish this whole batch completely. So bodies we get, next body we get based on desires and karma. So we have to purify our desires and we have to live karma free life. We have to do the karma such that we don't make new karmas. We have to offer the result. In the last all the chapters we were discussing, first to sixth chapter, how the karmas decide our next. Like we have to do karma, niskam karma yoga, so that we don't make these karmas. Niskam, when we offer the result to the Lord, then they don't lead us to material existence in the next life. Now I want to give you a wonderful message. The class is getting longer because I'm explaining everything a little bit in detail. So I'm feeling, I'm sorry, I apologize to you. But on the other hand, it's a wonderful chapter. It's a very life-changing chapter. And I request your patience and cooperation in this regard. I hope you are at home all comfortably listening it. Today it's not on site because when I am on site, people have to catch the train, yeah, and they have to go back home. So it becomes difficult. But now we are all at home comfortably, so maybe I can explain every slide. Yeah. And we can also have a discussion today, na, at the end of the class. Normally we don't find the time for discussions, but today if you can ask the questions also because it's an interesting chapter. So the lesson is everyone knows that one day one has to go. I think you agree with me. One day everyone has to go. But how many know where to go? One who does not know where to go and how to go will certainly remain confused and afraid in life due to the underlying uncertainty of future. This is very important. I want to give you some time to sync with this knowledge. Really, I'm not in hurry. I don't want to run through the slides. There is no use of running through the slides if we don't get the wisdom, if we don't get the practical life lesson. The aim of this class is to get a practical life lesson. So my dear friends, if we are uncertain in which direction we have to go, can we really go? For example, we have to go to certain city and we don't know direction. Can we go there without direction? We can start in any direction and go to the city. For example, we are in Delhi and we have to go to Prayagraj, but we started our journey towards Calcutta. Is it possible that we go to Prayagraj? Because we don't know the direction. We will go to the Calcutta. It is very important for us to know our objective in the life, our destination, what we want to do, where we want to go, what is our aim. If we don't know our goal, then we will be confused. We will be uncertain, and uncertainty brings fear. Uncertainty brings fear. When we don't know what is going to happen in our life in the future, then it brings us fear. It is like the same when a child is going to appear in an exam. We all have appeared in the exams. If we are not preparing for the exam and we are going to the exam, can we write the exam? We will have fear of failing because we have not prepared the exam. If we prepare our exam nicely, then we go to the exam confidently. We write the exam and we are sure we will pass the exam. We will have no fear, no confusion, no uncertainty. This is as simple as that. Right? And life in an exam, our life is an exam. And now we are writing this exam every day, every moment we are writing this exam. So if we have to write and actually the final exam, normally every time we are doing some exam, but the final exam is at the time of the death, where our new body will be decided. The time of the death is the final exam of our life. And before the exam, the students are getting time for preparation of the exam. They are getting the time, okay, prepare for the exam and write the exam. This is the time for preparing the exam. Now we are preparing phase, this life, our brahmacharya, like our childhood life, our boyhood life, our adult life, grasta life. Then when we become vanprastha, then senior, then all these life phases are the preparation time for the final exam at the time of death, of leaving the body. If we don't make this nice preparation, then we will fail in the exam. And since we have no preparation, we don't know what to do, And what will be our destination? We will be in fear and uncertainty. And that is very miserable situation. That's why people fear from the death. They never want to. They are so, some people accept the death happily, who knows the truth that this is just change of body and I will liberate myself from this life and birth. They prepare well. They do the karma like this in this life, that at the time of the death, they pass the exam. My dear devotees, I am sorry I'm taking more time, but this is an important topic. Now, actually, Arjuna is asking a very important question. Arjuna is such a brilliant personality. He is my favorite, actually. He is my favorite. In the whole Mahabharata, I want to do some sessions only on Arjuna, the life and teachings of Arjuna, the character of Arjuna, his personality. What was the personality of Arjuna? We can have some sessions on this after Bhagavad Gita class. It will be helpful for us. So Arjuna is asking a new question to Krishna now, how to make sure that one remembers you only. So actually, he's asking this question that because you are saying that that you have to remember me. If you remember me, you achieve my nature, Satchit Anand. But how we make sure that we can remember you only? Because we are doing so much of things, we are doing so much of activities, karmas, and how we remember you? We are busy in our lives. We have so much of stress. We have job problem, we have money problem, we have health problems, we have thousand kind of problems. How it is possible that we can remember you at the time of the death? And then Krishna is saying something very, very important for us. Very important, my dear devotees. Please listen it very carefully. What Krishna is saying. Tasmat sarvesu kalesu mam anusmara yuddhache mai arpita manor buddhi mam eva asansayah. Very wonderful slok, 8.7. Krishna is saying, practice remembering me throughout the life while doing one's duty. Mam anusmara yuddhache. Please, anusmara means samrana. Remember, please. Oh, Arjun, now you are in the battlefield. You are fighting the war. You are doing your prescribed duty. Like we are doing our prescribed duty. We have a family. We have children. We are going for job. A student is doing the prescribed duty while studying, preparing for exams, writing the exams, studying for the next chapters. And then a student has as a student, he has his prescribed duty. As a grasta, we have a prescribed duty. As a Kshatriya, Arjuna is doing prescribed duty in the battlefield. He has to fight. And Krishna is saying, while fighting, think of me, then fight. Tasmat sarvesu kalesu, at all the times, mam anusmara yuddhache. Remember me and then fight. My dear devotees, this looks very simple, but it's very difficult. There are two things involved here. One, Krishna is saying, think of me and then fight. Why not first fight and then think of me? Why Krishna doesn't say that fight and think of me? Why he's giving an order, particular priority order? First think of me and then fight, and not first fight then think of me. Because, my dear devotees, this is important thing. Why Krishna is giving this? Mam anusmara. First think of me, yuddhache, then fight. Actually, I will need some water. I will say to Srishti. Srishti, can you bring some water? Or Bharat can bring? If Bharat is listening.
Yes. Papa, what?
हाँ, एक गिलास पानी लेके आओ या 2 गिलास. तो yes, mam anusmara yuddhache. First think of me and then fight. This order is very important, and Krishna is very explicit in this, telling this. For example, I given the example already in the last, that if we don't know the direction, how we can get the destination. So first we have to think about the direction, and then we can get the destination. So Krishna is giving a clear instruction: first spirituality, and then material life. Please remember this formula. Please, my dear devotees, I pray to you by folding my hands. Please listen very carefully. Krishna is giving an important instruction here. First think of me, then do your prescribed duty. It is not, some people say that, okay, let me do all other things in my life. Let me do my studies. After finishing the studies, let me get a good job. After getting a good job, I will marry a beautiful girl. Or a girl is thinking, I will marry a handsome boy. Then we will have a grasta life. We have a car. In the India earlier, people were thinking of house. Let first we make a house, then we think car. But now a new generation thinks first I get a car, then I buy a house. So anyway, it's a different thing. So we are thinking about car, house, then children will take birth. We have children, and then we have to educate the children. Then there are some problems are coming. Then job, now making career also very important, that we get the highest career. We become project manager, project leader, team leader, and big house. And at the end of the life, we will do some spiritual work. We will do some donation. We will go to some pilgrimage. That's okay. Okay, we don't need much. We have to enjoy. We have to make career. Bhagwan comes later. First myself. I have to do for myself. My dear devotees, please believe in the words of Krishna. Please listen carefully. Krishna says, Mam anusmrana yuddha. You have to fight, Arjuna, only. First think of me, and then you fight. And since Arjuna is very intelligent person, actually, my dear devotees, we cannot take the risk. We cannot take the risk. Please, we have to see the urgency. If we take risk, savdhani hati, durghatna ghati. Savdhani hati, durghatna ghati. If we think we will remember the Lord at the time of that, it will not happen, my dear devotees, like this. It's not so easy. Because, my dear devotees, first, we don't know the time of the death. Are we sure that we will die after 80 years, 90 years, 100 years? Or we can die tomorrow, after 1 week, after 1 month, after 1 year? Is there any guarantee? Haven't we seen some of the friends have already left the body? Haven't we seen the time of Corona? Do we know the road accidents? Do we know the diseases? So death can come anytime. Death is such things. We are seeing everyday people. Yudhishthir Maharaj was asked by Yaksha, what is the wonder? What is the most important wonder in this life? What are the most important wonder in this life? Yaksha asked to Yudhishthir Maharaj in Mahabharata. There is a episode. And Yudhishthir says, oh Yaksha, the most wonder is not Taj Mahal, not Tower of Pisa, Pisa Tower in Italy, not the pyramid of Misra, not the mummies. They are not the wonder of the world. The most wonder is we are seeing every day that our nears and dears are leaving us. Our neighbors are leaving. People are leaving the world. The people are dying, but we still think we will be forever in this life. We will never die. This is the wonder. We are always thinking that others are dying, but death will not come to me. But Krishna says, Kalosmi, I am Kal. And we have the fixed breath. So we don't know when the last breath will come. We cannot wait for the end of the life. We have to Mam anusmara yuddha. First remember me and then do your prescribed duty. We have to always remember. And when we make this sanskara of remember, then it will automatically be there. Because at the time of the death, my dear devotees, at the time of the death, it is not easy. Because there's so much of pain in the body. We have Vat, Pat, Pit, Kaph. Vat, Pit, Kaph. The neck, the throat chokes down. The heart chokes down. We cannot take breathing properly. We have so much pain in the body. And Yamdutas are there, or Dutas are there, who are taking out the soul, which is we don't want to go from the body because so much of attach, so much of pain is there. How we can remember? Can we really remember the Lord if we have not make samran, remember the Lord in the whole life? But we think that at that last moment of leaving the body we can remember. Just forget about it. It's not possible. We have to make this sanskara whole life. We have to practice. Anant chetsa, anant. We have to continuously continuously. We have to remember the Lord in everything. In water, we have to, in the taste of the water is God. Light of the sun and moon is God. Heat in the fire is God. We have to make these realizations in every part. If we get something good in our life, it is blessings of the God. We have good children, they are the blessings of the God. We have a good partner, this is the blessing of the God. We have to see God in everything in our life. We cannot take risk, my dear devotees. It is not good thing. And Arjuna is very practical. He's saying to Krishna, okay, Krishna, you are saying to me that I should remember you and then I fight, but how I can do this? I'm confused because I'm fighting in this Yuddha Bhumi and the arrows are coming from all the directions, from left, right, center, from all the directions, and they can kill me anytime. Should I remember you or should I fight? Arrows are coming from all the direction. And my dear devotees, Arjuna is representing our case. For each individual, we have the same life like Arjuna. Arjuna has even more severe situations because he's in the Yuddha Bhumi. In our life, although we are not in the Yuddha Bhumi, but we have the problems that we have some medical problems. This problem, we have wealth loss, we have child loss, we have this problem, that problem. Share market goes down completely, our all the money gone. Yeah, some earthquake comes, life has gone, people lose everything, people lose their families. In corona time, they lose everything. So Arjuna is saying, I am in the battlefield, how I can remember you in the battlefield? And this is also our situation. We are so much trouble, how we can remember the Lord? So yes, I was here, think of me and then fight. So Arjun is asking, doing one of them is easier. Either I fight or I remember. How to fight and also think of you. You know, I'm giving full focus on fighting. So how can I remember you at the time of death? It's full of anxiety and stress right now for me. So a person sees all the things he did in the life as a picture. You know, when he's dying, he sees all the things what he did in the life. So it's very difficult to remember Lord at the time of the death because so much of stress, trouble, you know. And Arjuna is asking, oh Krishna, so what is going on here now? Then what is the communication between Arjuna and Krishna? Finally, doing one of them is easier, how to fight and then also think of you. And here Krishna is saying a wonderful Abhyasa Yoga Yuktena. This is very, very important thing. Abhyasa Yoga Yuktena. It's the most important thing Krishna is saying. You have to do practice, Arjuna. If you practice, you can do it. You have to practice whole life because you did not come to the bar field suddenly. You had a previous past years. You enjoyed. You were in Gurukul. You had taken Siksha. You had married life. You were playing friends. At that time only, if you start practicing, remembering Lord in everything, then this practice will be part of our sanskara. It will be automatic in us by default to remember. And then at the height of timing, in each breathing, you will be remembering me. Then it will become your sanskara. And when it becomes sanskara, and when you're offering the result of fighting to me, when offering the result of prescribed duty to me, this is also part of the remembrance. So if you do this, you can do both things, fighting and remembering. Abhyasa yoga yuktena requires practice, Partha. Oh Parth, it requires practice. So practice to constantly meditate upon me. This is the meaning of the slok. Abhyasa yoga yugdena. Practice constantly to meditate upon me. Just keep your smran. इसको बोलते हैं स्मरण. Always. कहते हैं ना, दुख में स्मरण सब करें, सुख में करे न कोई, जो सुख में स्मरण करे तो दुख काहे को होए. Because we do smran, we remember Lord when the in the bad times. Oh Lord, now please, I want to, please help me. Because if we do smran of the Lord in the good times, then this bad times will not come. We will get the strength to deal with everything. So we have to remember from the beginning, we have to meditate all the times, and then it will happen automatically. So Krishna then gives this tip to Arjuna, how he can practice meditating upon Krishna and he is talking about a yogi. Abhyas yog yuktena. So first he speaks how to be a yogi. He is also a devotee. A yogi can be a devotee. So then I will go to the next slide, where Krishna is saying how I can remember. Because Arjuna is asking, you are saying me to remember. How I can remember? Then he is giving 9 ways of remembering. 𝗬𝗵𝗃𝗯𝗲𝗃 𝗬𝚻𝗃𝗯𝗲. 9 ways of remembering. So this is given detailed in Bhagavad Gita. What are the 9 ways of remembering? We can do in the detailed course, or we can, if we do the reading of the chapter, then we will come across these 9 ways of remembering Lord. So you can note down this point and we can go through, because now the time is very less. So I will not count all the 9 ways. 𝗬𝗵𝗃𝗯𝗲𝗃 𝗬𝚻𝗃𝗯𝗲. There are, this sloka gives 9 ways of remembering. Then Krishna is explained to Arjuna Sat-chakra yoga. There is a yoga process which is called Sat-chakra yoga. Many of you have already heard about it. I will not go in much detail, but give a little overview, because it's a very important also to know about Sat-chakra yoga. What is this? What are the requirements? How to do it? And what is the destination of such a person who do Sat-chakra yoga? So here, this is the picture. A yogi is sitting, a yogi who is meditating constantly on the Lord. And in the meditation, he has 6 or total 7. Now here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So he has these chakras. He has these chakras in the body, which are the life energy, which are the energy centers in the body. You know these chakras, na? This is called Kundalini yoga. Kundali. So the aim of this particular system of asana is that we sit in a particular sitting posture, and this sitting posture is called Muktasana, or posture for liberation. So we are sitting in the Muktasana, and then we practice the Kundalini chakra. And gradually, what we do in the Kundalini chakra, we gradually rise the life from Mooladhara chakra to the Swadhisthana chakra. So here is the Mooladhara chakra at the bottom, and then we have Swadhisthana chakra, then we have Manipura chakra, then we have Anahata chakra, then we have Visuddha chakra, then we have Agya chakra, and then we have a Brahma Ramdra. So these are the chakras. We have total 6 chakras actually in the body. That's why it's called Sat-chakra. And then there is a hole. This is called Brahma Ramdra. This is top of the brain, top of our skull. Then what happens? We have the soul, which is in the Pranavayu. The soul is in the Pranavayu. And those who are scientific background, who have read physics or science, they know vectors. In the vectors, the force is a vector, vectorial quantity. So there are 5 forces acting, or 6 forces acting on a body. The body will move in a direction where the resultant of the force is maximum. Like there, so you know, some forces are acting in a positive direction, some are acting in negative direction. If the power of the total sum of the forces in the positive direction is more, then the movement will be in the positive direction. If the sum of the forces is in negative direction, then the movement will be negative direction. So this is vector. Similarly, our soul is also in the pranavayus, in 6 types of pranavayus, and we have to balance this pranavayus in such a way that we can lift the soul. Yeah, uplifting of the soul. It is from, in the beginning, it's a Mooladhara chakra. Then we have to uplift it. We have to control the pranavayus in such a way that we take the soul with the life air, with the Swadhisthana chakra. Then we go to Manipura chakra. Then we uplift to Anahata chakra. Then Visuddha chakra. Then Agya chakra. And this Agya chakra is in the middle of eyebrows. These are 2 eyebrows, and then in the middle of the eyebrows, here is the Agya chakra. And when a yogi brings the pranavayu and soul in the Agya chakra, then they can shoot it, fire it. They can, how it is called, like from the launch pad, the helicopter is taking a flight, taking a flight. Similarly, we can shoot it out. The yogis can shoot out the soul from this Brahma Ramdra, this hole in the skull. There's a hole in the skull, very soft part. You know, in the children, now when the child is born, a small child, you can feel that you can put a hand little bit on the small child here. There's a very soft portion where there is no haddi, there is no bone. This is a very soft, and there is a hole. And when he is taking breath, this is moving also. There is some movement on this area. And this is the area, my dear devotees, which is called Brahma Ramdra. And here with the help of this pranavayu, by uplifting, you can shoot out the soul. And when you are doing this at a particular point of time, in particular mahurt, particular mahurt, then you achieve the higher planets or planet of the Lord, Vaikuntha planet, Krishna Loka or Vaikuntha planet, or higher planets. There are many different higher planets. We will see. I will. This is what I want to say about it. But it's not very easy. It takes many years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, or maybe 2 lives and new lives also, next life also. It is not very easy that you can do in a few months or few days, that you finish and you just shoot out and then you go to the higher planets. It's not easy. It takes time. Yes. And then the yogi can go to the desired planets where he's desiring, because he's just he has a control in himself, so he can desire in a particular planet and he can remember the Lord. Accordingly, he could go to that planet. Dear devotees, it's so interesting. Arjuna is saying to Krishna, "Oh Krishna, this is very technical. Is there any simpler method, Arjuna? Because I'm, in the Kali Yuga, na, people in the Kali Yuga, how they will do it? At least in the Satguna, in the Satyuga, people are very, very businessful, very, they have a high consciousness and more intelligence, so they can do Satyuga, Treta Yuga, even Dwapar Yuga. Also, people were very, very powerful. In Kali Yuga, we have no memory. We have so short memory. We have so many klesas, like Dwanda. So many things are happening. How we can do such tedious process, complex process of Sat-chakra yoga? Very difficult. So can you explain me something simpler? So the Sishya is asking to Guru, please explain me something simpler, easy method. And then Krishna is saying, Ananya Cheta Satatam. Ananya Cheta Satsam. So Ananya Cheta, you remember me exclusively by pure bhakti. For such a person, I am very easy to obtain. भगवान भगत के वश में, भगवान प्रेम के भूखे, भगवान भाव के भूखे. Bhagwan says, if you really love me, if you do pure devotional service to me, ananya chet satatam. So if you remember satatam, I want to use this word. Satatam means constantly. Satatam. If you remember me constantly, ananya means one-pointed attention, one-pointed focus. That you don't have a multi-pointed focus in this devta. I want to get this fruit, this result, that result, temporary results. If you have ananya bhakti, ananya satatam, then you can, by pure bhakti, such a person can easily attain me. And some people ask me last, what is the difference between when we remember Lord, we have to give some name. Now we have to chant some names, some bhajan, some mantra we have to chant for mantra meditation. So for some people chant Om, some people chant like Om, the yogis, na? Om. Then somebody asked me a question, what is the difference between Om and chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra? So this is the question. I want to answer this question now. So question was, what is the difference between Om and Hare Krishna Mahamantra? Om is also a Vedic mantra, a primitive Vedic mantra, a very powerful mantra, the original mantra. And Hare Krishna Mahamantra is also very powerful mantra. The difference between Om and Hare Krishna Mahamantra is, in the Om we are chanting the impersonal aspect of the Lord, the Brahman, Om Brahman, the Brahma Jyoti. So we are focusing on the light. We are focusing our meditation on the light, on the impersonal aspect of the Lord. Lord has no form, and he's a light, he's a Brahma Jyoti, and we are chanting Om, Om. And when we say Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, then we are taking the personalized form of the Lord. Then these are the personal names. And it is very easy, my dear devotees. Is it easy to love a person who has no eyes, no ears, no body? He's a light. Is it easy to love a light with no attributes, with no qualities? Can we love such a person? Or we can love such a person when he has a personal form and we can interact with him. We can have some loving exchanges. He has like personality. He can give instructions, like he's giving to Arjuna. He's a best friend of Arjuna. He's playing in Vrindavan. He's making leelas. He's the son of Yasoda and Nandlal, Nand Maharaj. He's the son of Dasarath and Kausalya as a Ram. Is it easy to love impersonal aspect, formless, or it is easy to love a form? I think you know the answer, and I think you will all say it is easy that we can love the Lord with a form, with a personality, because we can make some exchanges. The devotees make their exchanges, like they are different rasas, like Dasya ras. Hanumanji has a relation with the Lord Ram in the Dasya ras. Arjun has a relation with Krishna in the Sakhya ras, like in the friendship. And Hanumanji has a Dasya ras, means servitor, as a servant. And Mata Yasoda and Nand Baba has a relation, and Dasrath and Kausalya has a relation as a parent of the Lord, and Gopis have a relation as a pati, as a lover relationship in the conjugal love. So these are the relationship rasas, mellows, by which we can love Lord. And then this is the difference between impersonal way of uh, meditation and personal way of bhakti with a personal Lord. So one lesson is coming: just as the living life is an art, and we can learn that art from Gita, similarly, dying is also an art, and that too we should learn from Bhagavad Gita. And one who learns this art becomes fearless. If we know the process, if we know, if we follow this path, if we follow Bhagavad Gita, and if we make connection with the Lord, with the devotees of the Lord, and then we become fearless, because we know the truth that death is nothing, is change of the body, is change of the seva. Now we are doing seva in this body, then we have to do in another body, in another form. Just change of seva. So we don't lament. It becomes easy and fearless. Then Arjuna is asking, do people who attain you take birth again in this world? Oh, this is a wonderful question. Many of you might be asking this question like Arjuna. Do people who attain you take birth again in this world? And then Krishna is asking, never. Those who attain me, they will never take birth in this world, because this word is mam upetya punarjanma dukhalyam asaswatam napnuvanti mahatmanah samsiddhi paramam gatah. Mam upetya punarjanma. Oh Arjuna, the yogis or devotees, after achieving me, they don't get the rebirth. They come to my abode, which is eternal, which is permanent, which is Satchidananda. Dukhalyam asasatam. This earth, this earthly planet, this material world is Dukhalyam asaswatam. This is Dukhalyam means is full of miseries, and asaswatam is Saswat means eternal, aswasatam means temporary. So this earthly planets and this material world, which has 14 lokas, 7 below lokas, the lower lokas, lower planetary system, upper planets. So there are 17 total 14 planetary systems. Earth is one of them in the center, and this is called Dukhalyam Asaswatam, because there are miseries, there are pain, there are sufferings, there is birth and death and life and disease, birth, death, disease, and old age. And this is Aswasatam, this is temporary life here. So those who achieve me, they will never take birth again in this material world. Now Krishna is giving a comparison of material world and spiritual world in the slokas 8.17 to 19, into 17, 18, and 19. Krishna is talking about material world, and slokas 20, 21, and 22, Krishna is talking about spiritual world. Material world is like, dunkel. We need, in Germany, like how it becomes like darkness, and we are making artificial lightning, and so many problems and anxiety, and wars are happening, and we don't know tomorrow what will happen. So many problems, global warming. But the spiritual world is very eternal, very full of life. Everything is Chetan. Even the trees have consciousness, and this stones have consciousness. Everything is very conscious. Everything is serving Lord, and everything enjoy their playing as a friend. And the life is very, very different, very Sat Chit Anand. It's eternal. It's full of knowledge and full of bliss. And this is the spiritual world And once we go there, we never come back again in this material world. Now, actually, some mathematics is coming here. I don't know if you have time for this. I will do it quickly. So Krishna is saying that that this material world is temporary. Even in this material world, there are 14 planetary systems, like you see here, these 14 planetary systems. And the topmost planetary system is the Brahmalok. Brahmalok is the topmost, and we are in the middle, Earthlok, Prithvi. And Brahmalok is the topmost planetary system where Lord Brahma is living, who has created this world. Brahma was emanated from the lotus of the navel. From the navel of Bhagavan Vishnu comes a lotus, and from lotus comes Brahma. And Brahma is one of the highest living being or first creator of this universe who has created this 14 planetary systems, and he is living the final one and the highest one, which is Brahmalok. So they are like Satlok, Taplok, Meherlok, Janlok. Na, these are the upper planets. There are planets with the heavenly planet where Indra, Arun, Varun, Kuber, all the Devtas are living. Then there are some other personalities, going on. Then there is a different planetary system, and Brahma is at the highest one. And Brahma has a life. Krishna is saying Brahma also has a day. He has a life, definite life, but his life is very, very long, very, very long. But he also has a life. And when the life of the Brahma is over, then this material world is inherited. There is sanghar. There is a creation, there is a maintenance, and there is a destruction. And when the life of the Brahma is over, there is a destruction. Everything is destructed, and then new creation comes and new Brahma comes. And then Krishna is explaining about how long is the life of a Brahma. We can make a calculation. This is given in our scriptures, Shastras, and this is also very scientific. Everything is proven from Shastras. There is no speculation in this. So, my dear devotees, I want to tell you, I think you are ready to listen. How long is the life of a Brahma, Lord Brahma? How long? First, we will like to know how long is the day of the Brahma. Then we know how long is the month of a Brahma. Then how long is the year of a Brahma, and how long is the total life of Brahma. We will go step by step. So we are living in Kali Yuga. There are different yugas. In Kali Yuga is 432,000 years. 5,000 years have already passed. 4,28,000 years has to be still passed. The Kali Yuga was started when Lord Krishna left after Mahabharata. Maharaj Parikshit, the son of Arjun, becomes the king. And then Kali Yuga entered in this earth, a new Yuga. And this Yuga has passed 5,000 years until now, since Krishna. And 428,000 years are remaining. Then comes Dwapar Yuga. It's the double of Kali Yuga. And then comes Treta Yuga. In Dwapar, Lord Krishna was there and many other kings, Hastinapur and all this, Kuruvans, Yaduvans. Then Treta Yuga, Lord Ram was there and his whole solar dynasty was there in Treta Yuga, which is 3 times of Kali Yuga. Then Satyuga is 4 times of Kali Yuga, where Maharaj Dhruv, Prahlad, and like Satyuga is was in the beginning of this creation, was Satyuga. So these are the total 4 yugas, and if you add up all the yugas, then you make one Divya Yuga. All the 4 yugas, Satyug, Treta, Dwapar, and Kali Yuga. When we combine together, this becomes one Divya Yuga, and this is 43,20,000 years. 4.3 million, 4.32 million years. 43,20,000 years. One Divya Yuga. And one day of Brahma is 1,000 Divya Yuga. When one cycle of complete 4 yugas happen, it becomes one Divya Yuga. When 1,000 such Divya Yugas finishes, then it becomes one day of Brahma, 12 hours of Brahma. And Brahma and this Prakriti is manifested in this time. The jivas are manifested because it's the day of the Brahma. We are all manifested. All the jivas, all the material manifestation is live, is visible during the day of the Brahma. But since we also have a life in human being on the earth, Brahmaji also have a night. We have a night, Brahmaji has a night, but the duration of the Brahmaji's night, like if we say 12 hours day, 12 hours night, the similar is the duration of the night of the Brahma when all the living beings are unmanifested stage. Now they are manifested and then they become unmanifested in the night. Everything becomes dunkal, night. And it's the night of the Brahma. Brahmaji is sleeping that time, and then all the living beings becomes this unmanifested. And this 1 day and 1 night, 12 hours plus 12 hours become 1 kalpa. It's 24 hours of a Brahma, my dear devotees, and 24 hours means complete day. 12 hours with light, 12 hours with the dark. Na? Total 24 hours is 1 complete day, and this 1 complete day is called 1 kalpa. Maybe you have listened, na? Kalpa. This kalpa is 1 day of Brahma. And then this is calculated as how much, I don't know. I have to, how much that was 86 lakh. 86 lakh now, because that was 43 lakh. 12 hours were 43 lakh. Now it becomes 86 lakh, which is 8.6 million is the 1 kalpa. 8.6 million. Please remember this. This is 1 day of Brahma. 1 day and 1 night. Now 1 month of Brahma multiply by 30. 1 kalp multiply by 30 becomes 1 month of Brahma. Then 12 months of Brahma means 1 year of Brahma is 1 month multiplied by 12 becomes 1 year of the Brahma. This is so much. Then duration of life of Brahma is also 100 years. His 100 years, not our 100. Our 100 years are, every creature is 100 years. We are also 100 years life, but our 100 years are very small because the location we have in the earthly planet, our 100 years are different. Then Brahma's 100 years, which is the topmost planet in the planetary system. His 100 years are different. And my dear devotees, what are the 100 years of Brahma equal to our human years? 1 year into multiply by 100, they becomes so many years is the life of Brahma. This is 311 trillion years and 40 million years. 40 billion. 311 trillion, 40 billion. So I have to change this. No, oh, sorry. I have to now make it billion. Yes. So it is. Can you see the slides? I hope you can see. Is it visible?
Yes, it is visible.
Yeah. Yes. So 100 years of Brahma is the total duration of Brahma, which is equal to 311 trillion 40 billion years of the human beings. Are you saying wow, or something is happening to you? Any feelings? This 311 trillion and 40 billion years is as brief as a lightning flash for the viewpoint of eternity. In the eternity is a flash, just a flashlight in the eternal time. This 311 trillion years for us. And you know, my dear devotees, after this 311 trillion years, the whole material creation will collapse, will distract completely. Surya, Chandrama, everything will collapse. Everything become unmanifested. And then the new creation comes, and the new Brahma takes the charge. He made a new creation, and then everything becomes new. Then we have Yoga, Sat-yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, Kali Yuga. Then we have these cycles, Mahayuga or Divya Yuga. Then we have cycle of 1000 Divya Yuga becomes 1 day of Brahma. Then we can calculate 300 trillion years is the life of Brahma. So this is about material world. Now Krishna is telling about the spiritual world. Paras tasmat tu bhavono. Now Arjun was asking, Krishna, you told me about the material world, material manifestation, that the life of the Brahma is maximum, and Brahma has also a definite life. And after this 311 trillion years, he will also leave the body, and then this whole material unit manifestation will finish. Everything will finish. So can you please tell me something about the spiritual world? And Krishna is here telling about the spiritual world. Paras tasmastu bhavonyo. Yet there is another unmanifested nature. There is another nature. One is called material nature, one is called spiritual nature. So he said there is another nature which is called spiritual nature, which is unmanifested to us, for the humans, for this material world, which is unmanifested. But this exists, which is eternal and is transcendental to this manifested and unmanifested matter. It is supreme and is never annihilated. There is no distraction there. This is never annihilated. This is Saswat, Purano. This is Saswat. This is eternal. This is never annihilated, never distracted. When all in this world is annihilated, that part remains as it is. This is called spiritual world. Adhyatmic Jagat, Vaikuntha Lok, this Lok, different lokas. So my dear devotees, Krishna is telling the characteristic of the spiritual world here in 8.20, that it is unmanifested to us. We cannot see it, but this is eternal, and this is not affected by any material nature. This is supreme and never annihilated. And this remains as it is always. Now Arjuna is asking how to go to that spiritual world you are about. My dear devotees, now you are also thinking about, oh, such a world exists, spiritual world exists, where there is no miseries, there is no sorrows, there is no decay, there is no struggle for existence, survival of the fittest. There is nothing like this. Everything is bliss, everything is Satchidanand. So I think everybody want to go to that loka, that planet, and that is a reality. And Arjuna is saying how to go to that spiritual. And this is also my question. I want to also ask how to go to that spiritual world, to your abode, oh Krishna. And I think everybody of you must ask to Krishna how to go to that spiritual world. We have to know this. So let us see how Krishna says. Krishna says, only by unalloyed and undeviating devotion. Ananya bhakti. Ananya bhakti. Oh Arjuna, you can achieve this with unalloyed and undeviating. Unalloyed means no mixture, no mixing. There is a called karam mix bhakti, or yog mix bhakti, different bhaktis. So karam mix bhakti means we want to serve Lord by doing some karma, but we are also enjoying the result of the karma, and we want some benefits. Krishna, please give me a car. I want to use this card for you. I want to this life is so difficult, but please give me a car. So we are asking, we are doing japa, we are going to temple, we are doing donations, we are doing food distribution, we are helping the people, but on the other hand we also have some material desires. We want this from Krishna. Please give me a house, please. I have so much of installment, just reduce my installments. Give me a nice car, and my child should become a wonderful, like some high professional, a doctor. So we are asking to Lord many desires, and this is not unalloyed. This is not unalloyed. This is alloyed. Alloyed means we are mixing too many metals. When we are mixing many metals together, it becomes alloy. Alloy, mixture of metals. When we keep it pure, then it is unalloyed. So when we have no desires, then it is unalloyed. And undeviating means no here, no there. Ananya, Ananya Bhakti. And when we do Ananya Bhakti, we are doing Samran constantly. Mam Anusmaran Yuddhachay. Always remembering Satatam. Satatam means constantly. Then we can go to the supreme abode, spiritual abode. Both the path of yoga and bhakti can take one to the spiritual world. Any differences? Oh, we have still many slokas. At the time of the death, yogi leaves the body, plays a critical role. Actually, the time when yogi leaves the body, Arjuna is asking how to do that. How, any difference? There is path of yoga and path of bhakti, and then Krishna is explaining, like when the yogis are leaving their pran through the Brahmarandra, through this chakra yoga. This is called then they have to leave their prana in a definite time, in a definite um, period of time. Like it should be a path of light, and then there is a called path of darkness. So path of light is when it has to satisfy three conditions. Path of light. One is the sun should be in Uttarayan, in the northern hemisphere. Like after the Makar Sankranti, on the day of Makar Sankranti, sun comes in the Uttarayan. And when there is a waxing moon, is starting from become bigger and bigger and bigger, like Sukla Paksh. There is Sukla Paksh, there is Uttarayan, like sun is in the northern hemisphere. For the 6th month, sun is the northern hemisphere, and 6th month it is the southern hemisphere. When the sun is in the northern hemisphere, this is the part which is called path of light. And when there is a Sukla Paksh, and when there is a daytime, when these three conditions are meeting, and when the yogis are leaving their prana, their soul through the Brahmarandra, during this, when this condition is satisfied. Surya is in Uttarayan, northern hemisphere. There is a Sukla Paksh and there is a daytime, not night. When these three conditions are satisfied, then they go to the abode of their desire. They can leave. But this is very difficult to do this Sat-chakra yoga, and there is a chance of failure because it's difficult. And if we don't have, we have in southern hemisphere, or we have Shukla Paksh, we have Krishna Paksh, or we have night time, then it is path of darkness. Then we go to lower planets. But Krishna says this is for a yogi who is following the Sat-chakra yoga. But for the person who is following, yeah, I will go to the next. I prepared something. But a person who is following the bhakti mark with ananya bhakti, for such a condition doesn't apply for him. He can leave the body at any point of the time and he can still achieve the eternal abode, spiritual abode, because he is always doing the Samran. He is always serving and he is always have a consciousness of Samranam, Kirtanam, and he is doing devotional service. So he can leave the body at any time of the year, any time of the day, or any time of the moon. There is an example given by for 𝗬𝗵𝗵𝗶𝗯𝗲. He was on the bed of arrows, and he was waiting for 60 days on the bed of arrows, because he was Arjun has put him on the bed of arrows in the Mahabharata, you all know, and he did not left the body. He was waiting for Uttarayana. When the sun came in the Uttarayana, then he left the prana after coming in the Uttarayana. So 60 days he was waiting on the in the Sayya, on the Teeron ki Sayya, on the arrow, bed of arrows, for waiting for Uttarayan, so that he can leave the life force, soul, in the path of light. Then now we are end actually. That total 28 slokas. So we are already in the last slide. Then Krishna is saying a devotee need not to worry about these paths. Krishna is saying very clearly, very, very clearly, these path of light is for a yogi with Sat-chakra yoga or Ashtanga yoga, and then they do this meditation, Kundalini yoga, raising the energy in the body. So these were for that path of light. But for a devotee, Arjun, a devotee of the Lord, hey Arjun, for you there is no problem, because you are my Ananya Bhakta and you are always serving me in all your actions. So you will always achieve my abode in any case. And Ken Arjun is asking why bhakti is so special. This is the last question of Arjun, and Krishna is answering, Vedesu Yagnesu Tapaschaiva. On the path of bhakti yoga, one gets the benefits of all other paths. On the path of bhakti yoga, one gets the benefits of all other paths. And what are other paths, my dear devotees? Studying the Vedas, performing sacrifices, undergoing austerities, giving charity, pious activities. People do such hard work, hard austerities, this vrat, that vrat, this austerity, that austerity, so much of studies. And he says, all these phala, all these results are when one chant my holy name and just become my Ananya Bhakta. All the benefits which we derive by studying Vedas, performing sacrifices, pious activities, giving charity, undergoing austerity, when somebody doing all these things, all these results are already included when you just do my Ananya Bhakti in the path of Bhakti. This is what Krishna is concluding to Arjuna in the last sloka of this chapter, emphasizing on the importance of Ananya Bhakti. Pure devotion, unalloyed and undeviated and unalloyed. So thank you very much, dear devotees, for your patience. Today we really made it quite long. Yeah, actually we started the class also quite late because of technical things, and now finally we have finished it. I hope you like the class. We have all the recordings. We are posting on the Krishna-Connect DE. This is the YouTube channel. You can subscribe to channel and you get all the recordings of all the sessions. You can also share with your families, your friends. They can watch from the session 1, session 2, and they can also learn Bhagavad Gita at home in a simple way. Yes. So I will not go in detail. I will just say these points. The most lessons I summarize from this chapter is learn to prioritize, because death will never wait for us. We should not postpone the things. Learn to prioritize. Intent first, content next. Intent first, content next. We have practice is essential. Practice. Krishna says, Abhyasena yoga yuktam. Abhyas is very important. Practice is essential. Death, the final exam. Take death as a final exam in your life, and love overrules rules. Love overrules rules. So Krishna is saying in the final sloka, if you love me, Bhagwan, bhav ke bhuke, love, God is just expecting love. He don't need anything. He has everything. He has given us everything. So how we can give him something new? But he just need our love. A father needs love of the son. A son cannot give anything to the father because son is using all the things from father, all the resources from father. But father just expect love from the son. Similarly, God is saying, just love me, unalloyed and undeviated, and this overrules the rules. Love overrules the rules. So yeah, this is a summary. I will explain this summary when I come to the chapter 9. We will go through each part again. You can ask any questions if you have.
Prabhuji, I have one
Please.
question. If we are solving the quiz and if we don't know some answers, what can we do for those questions?
When you solve the quiz and you submit the quiz, then you can see the score and you can see what are the right questions and wrong. You will see your mistakes and the right answer you will get also.
Okay.
You will see the right answer. It is included there. When you submit, go next, and then you will see score. And when you see the score, you will see I got out of 20, 15 marks. Then you will see which 5 questions are wrong. You will directly see there. Gagan Prabhu, you can say if I'm wrong, you can also explain because Gagan Prabhu is supporting me.